What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about who the best player in Fortnite is. Now that is super hard. That's a very tricky topic, but I think this is definitely the best player in Fortnite. But first up, I got some runners up and let's get into it. All right, so for the first person we're going to address Mr. Clicks himself. A lot of people love Clicks. Click has been pretty much the face of Fortnite comp for at least the past 2 years. I don't know how long it's been since World Cup, but World Cup really blew him up due to his solo game. And then him and Septic also did pretty good as well. But right here, I just want to say that Clicks, although he is one of the biggest and most known players in Fortnite, he has never been the best consistently. There was a small time where I think he was the best in Fortnite and everyone kind of knew it and everyone knew how crazy he was. He was also doing the wagers at the time whenever he was going on those undefeated streaks. He was the craziest box fighter in the world, and then a lot of people started to catch up to him, and that's just kind of how it happens whenever you're the best in something. Everyone starts to kind of take your moves, they start to copy what you're doing, and whenever you're creating metas, that's really big when you're a comp player in Fortnite. And this is why I got to give him the consolation for that. Clicks has done so many crazy things in Fortnite, and he has been so clutch in so many situations, but at the same time he has also had a lot of downfalls, and when you're at that big of a stage and you have that much attention on you, it almost kind of forces you to take a step away from competitive and kind of push your content on other sides of that. And that's what he started to do for a small period of time there, and now you're kind of seeing him get back into comp a little more. But right now Clicks is definitely not one of the best in the world, but he does deserve all the credit that he has and is given, and all his success. He's definitely been such a big influencer for Fortnite, and you cannot discredit everything he's done. And he still to this day is a crazy player, but I think his solo game is probably kind of struggling right now. And on top of that, he does change trios a lot, and there's a lot more people out there who are established and deserve a little more on the best in Fortnite side. I think another one coming into consolation right now is definitely going to be Benji. Benji, throughout the past 2 to 3 years of competitive Fortnite, his name has always been a topic. Now, he has always made himself known when it comes to solos. Solos has always been his thing, and he's always done very successful. I think he's had a lot of trouble finding teammates that he plays well with. A lot of competitive Fortnite players have different play styles, and I think he's just had a lot of trouble finding someone who suits him. And you've seen him duo and trio with Savage, and it's always been kind of an like off and on relationship. Well, I think last FNCS he was kind of missing that Savage duo ship, because he got 25th with Shadow and one more person. I don't remember who it was. He got 25th, and he's definitely one of the best players in the world. And that really just comes down to not having a foundation of a trio. You see a lot of these trios who have stuck together for the longest time be so successful, and I think it's because of just the relationship you have with them, and you guys are just so in sync with everything you do. Granted, he is definitely one of the best players, because if you look, he's never really played with Shadow nor the other guy. I can't think. He was still able to make it to FNCS Grand Finals on Europe, the hardest region, definitely out of all the regions if you want to compare prize pools. I don't think it's the most skilled, but since there's so many people on the EU region, that's why the prize pool is so big, is just based off population. But yes, Benji has always been one of the best. He still is one of the best, and I'm excited to see where he is going to be in the future. Another consolation is going to be FaZe Faxity. He was definitely one of the best Fortnite players in the world. Just kidding on that one. Okay, I really need to give some credit to Acorn right here, because I feel like he's a quiet grinder. And the reason I say that is because he did join 1% and he is no longer a part of it. He always places super well, and he's super good at the game, and he's just always, any team that he's on, you always see them at least top 5, and that's something that you got to credit, especially since he's on the NA East region. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was never someone who kept up with Acorn, and I think a lot of it just comes with just hype being around his name. When you think of like best people, you don't really hear his name at all, but at the same time, he always places well, so I think you got to give that credit where it's deserved. I do not have much to say about Acorn simply because I don't watch him too much, nor do I know a lot of his history. All I know is that his name is all above the leaderboards all the time, no matter who he's with, whether it's solos, duos, trios, and it's been trios, and he's had a really, really good trio for the past year. Is that how long it's been? Yeah, for the past year, he's had a really good trio, and they've always been really successful. So you got to kind of give him that credit, and you definitely can't discredit Jack or Slacks, but I don't think Jack or Slacks could be considered one of the best in the world right now. I know you've been waiting to hear about Extra Reet. He is definitely one of the best in the world, and the reason I say that is because he places on other servers in solo cash cups quite often. Not a lot of people can do that. I know Savage just got like top 5 on the NA West region, which is like 130 ping. That's insane, and it's not something you see very often. And I think it makes it a little easier for Reed to do it on these regions simply because he already plays high ping anyways. Oh, and if he is cheating, which I don't think he is, he definitely gets discredited, and I guess we'll find out at LAN if he's cheating or not. So one of the biggest reasons you got to give Reed the best player in the world concept is because he can go to any region and plays good. He's one of the he was one of the few West players, or if the only West player, to qualify on EU DreamHack just here a couple weeks ago, and he's always ahead of the meta. And I think if you have him on your team, you're gonna do well no matter what, as long as you don't got someone like Mama Benji Fishy playing on your team. No offense. Another consolation right here is Extra Reet for sure. In no particular order, my next two people I really have to mention are Arkham and Epic Whale, and the only reason I'm showing them at the same time is because they play together every FNCS. They are also 4-time champions, 5-time champions. We're to a point where you don't even count anymore. You just look at his epic name for the year because he always puts one number ahead. I really wish I would have saw them duo during World Cup. I think they would have done a lot better. No offense to their duos at that time. They obviously play with each other for a reason, but I also think that it would have been crazy good if they would have did that. So with that being said, Arkham and Whale will always be discredited because they're playing on a quote-unquote Mickey Mouse region. But in reality, I think they would go do good no matter what server they're on. I would love to see them one time go to a different area, play a couple cash cups, or play an FNCS, or do something just so they could prove that. But I don't think they're gonna waste that time simply because they get free wins on NA West. But coming up right here, this FNCS, I think they have a huge chance of breaking that streak. I think Snacky, Favs, and Reek could definitely beat them. They are an insane trio, and I'm so excited to watch NA West. And I think a lot of people are going to be watching it a lot more this season too. So make sure you guys watch that. I think it's going to be crazy. And if you think someone else might win, put it in the comments. All right. Last but not least, I don't mean to keep you waiting, but I got to get my minutes in on this video. The best player in the world is definitely Tayson. Now, Jarian stated this, that he got a 5th, and that is him placing bad. Now, that is crazy. Okay? He's on the hardest region, and he does so well all the time. Consistency right now is everything in Fortnite, and he's definitely the best. And if you don't know who Tayson is, you definitely need to go watch him. I don't watch Tayson all that much, but he's so smooth with everything he does. And he's just so humble, and he's a super nice person, and he only gets out of pocket sometimes. Every time you watch this guy play, you just get amazed at stuff he does, and he'll always be one of the best. I appreciate everyone for watching this video. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, please do so. If you made it to the end, follow me on Twitter. I will follow you back. Shoot me a DM. Let me know you watched this video to the end, and I'll definitely keep making more videos like this. But this is me, BH Kevy, out of here. See ya.